Now that you receive the quote, how do you go ahead and enroll? So we're going to look at this here as if we've already looked at our quote, we've reviewed things, we decided in this case we're going to go with Cigna. So we would click the Add to Cart button. And you'll click that, and then that is going to pull up another page. And then we're going to click again, continue to apply. Keep looking for those yellowish orange buttons. Another one, continue. Now it's going to go out to Cigna's carrier platform, and now we're loading all that up. Now, if I put this information in here, a lot of your personal information is already going to be loaded, but there might be things that you might have to add or change or whatever. But here I just did one for myself using my information, and hey, I made myself born back in 45. And then, so just make sure this is all filled out here, your phone, what type of phone number it is, email address, and Cigna has a thing where they want to see if you want to get their emails sent to you. Put your address in, and then check, if you do have a separate mailing address, make sure you check yes and put in that mailing address. Then click continue. Now we're going to come to the page with the Medicare number. I just took the sample Medicare card number off here, put it in there so that I can just demonstrate this for you. Now you're going to go to your enrollment period. Now I'm not 100% sure what this is going to look like when it comes to the annual enrollment period coming up October 15th through December 7th. It may have another spot here saying annual enrollment or AEP. You want to check that. If they don't have it at all, then that means you don't need to check any of these boxes if you're in the annual enrollment. That's how some of the carriers do it. But you could look for it. Usually it'll be at the top. Every once in a while I've seen it where they put it actually at the bottom. But let's say you have another situation. Maybe you are going off of employer coverage. You could come here under this. I have another circumstance. This is loss of employer coverage, and you put in the date that you're leaving employer coverage. But one of these things here, or if you're new to Medicare, I think that one is normally more up to the top. You would click this over here and then check initial enrollment period. So then you come down to the bottom and click continue. Well, they do have here, if you receive other prescription drug coverage. This one on Cigna, I was asking about long-term care, if you're in a long-term care facility, and then they also have this about chronic conditions. This is if your plan offers a chronic condition specific benefit. All right, then click continue. And I'll bring us to the next page. Now on this one, Cigna, I think is one of the ones that they want you to click it twice to make sure. So you would go down and click continue again. It was checking the Medicare number, but you click it again. Now it loads up. Okay, I just chose not to answer on race and ethnicity. And then you can choose if you have a different language or if you want a special format like large print. I put here not working. And normally we would have your physician, your primary care automatically loaded in here. But if it's not and you want to put that in, which normally I would advise that, especially if you have an HMO policy, put that in and then look up their national provider identifier number and put that in there. Let them know if you're an existing patient or not. Click continue. Choose how you want to pay for it. Some plans have premiums. This one's zero premium, but if your plan had a premium or if you had a late enrollment penalty, they want to know how do you want to be billed. You can get a bill, you can do an automatic bank draft, or you can have it automatically deducted from Social Security if you receive Social Security benefits. Then you want to put in the start date. If it's at the annual enrollment period, then the start date would be January 1st. And then click continue. And then you're going to come to the statement of understanding. You look that over. You will, check that it's your signature. You're the person listed on this enrollment form. Cigna has it to where they fill in you have a spot to put in your signature. You could check this if it's too hard. Due to physical limitations, you could type your name in. Here, just be aware of little boxes like this, like saying that you do not want to consent to receive marketing communications. So I check that box and then click continue. And then it'll come to a review, and then you just go through, review the page, make sure everything looks correct, change it if there's something incorrect, get it fixed. You'll come down to the bottom, and then you will see a submit button and click submit. And then look for it to follow up saying your application has been submitted pending approval. And then that means you've submitted your application and you should receive an email saying that you have submitted your application. So that's how you would sign up from the quote that I sent you, and just reach out to us if you have any questions. Phone number 281-787-7358, or send an email to office@houston, the two letters, II.com. All right, you guys have a great day.